Today we're recording guitar.
Yes, indeed.
How do you record guitar?
With microphones.
That's good. Let's record some guitar.
Oh yeah.
I'm Piper.
I'm Abi.
We are at Vibration Studios in Huddersfield, and we are going to show you how to record guitar right from the playing the guitar to the mixing process. Sound good?
Stuff. Yeah.
What's first?
A microphone?
Yeah, let's have a look at some microphones.
Yeah, let's do that.
So if we're going to come in and give you some tips before we start, mic placement. Important thing to do is to listen to what it sounds like at every point. Start with it about an inch away from the grill, maybe in the center, and just gradually move it further away and see how that changes the sound. So if that sounds good within your genre and it feels good within the overall feel of the piece, then you're good to go. But it's always good to test these things audibly rather than just going, that's where it goes and that's where it's going to stay. So that's distance, and then moving it further away from the center of the speaker cone. It's going to change where in the frequency range it's most sensitive. So in the middle of the speaker cone, it's more sensitive to higher frequencies. On the end of the speaker cone, it's more sensitive to mid-low bass. And obviously it depends on your genre, it depends on the focus of the piece as to what you're going to want. Another tip for recording guitar, if you want to really capture that room ambience, get a nice condenser mic, point it to the cab 3 to 6 feet away. You'll get a really nice bit of ambience from the room, and it'll blend in well with that close mic as well. If you are using two mics, you must make sure that they're phase aligned. Basically, if you have more than one capture device capturing the same sound, if they are essentially exactly the same distance apart, they will be phase aligned. But if that sound is traveling towards a mic, reaches it, and then reaches the next mic, then you are going to get two slightly different timed versions of the same sound. So if you've got them right next to each other, absolutely fine, no problem at all. But it's always good to check your phase alignment either way, because, you know, maybe we can't rely on the laws of physics. Take one of the preamps coming from that the mic's going into, or alternatively use a plug-in, but reverse the phase or polarity of the signal and just see if it sounds stronger. Now, the way you can tell if something isn't phase aligned is it will sound weak. You might, if your ear isn't trained, you might not notice that. So try reversing the phase of one of the signals and then just see what the difference is. If the difference is that the secondary signal is much stronger, then you did the right thing. Now, another tip for recording guitar, angle your mics. This isn't essential, but if you've got a particularly scratchy tone and you want to smooth that out, a really good way of doing that without sacrificing the reception of the higher frequencies is just by angling the mic. So between 15 and 45 degrees is a really good area to just sort of test between. Use your ears as well, and just try different angles and see if it feels smoother in the right way, and use it in context. If you've got the rest of the track and you haven't started with guitar, don't solo the guitar when you're doing this. Make sure you can hear everything. Just listen to how it sounds in the context of the piece. If it sounds too smooth and you've lost all your high end, go back to 0 degrees. Face it right on. Record everything you need to. But yeah, that's a really good way of just smoothing out the tone in a way that doesn't sacrifice frequency range like you would by going on the end of the speaker cone. Check your sweet spot. So get some headphones on, play a loop through the cab, and just move it around the speaker cone. Now, you can go left to right, that is one thing, but you may actually get a different response from different areas on the speaker cone as well, because these speaker cones, they might come off a factory, but they are made with microscopic imperfections, which gives them character. But it also means that there are parts of that speaker that might sound better than others. So just move your mic around, play the track with it. Don't listen to it on solo. Listen to it in context of the track if you can, and just move that mic around. You know, if you're recording the guitar last and these are overdubs, perfect time for you to be able to test it in context. move that mic around, see what sounds good. The last thing you want to be doing is thinking, we can fix that with EQ later. It's always good to try and get that sound as close as the final product as you possibly can in the tracking process. So yeah, happy experimenting. Piece of advice, if you are recording guitar and it sounds like there is too much air moving, sometimes you can get some imperfections in the sound just from the air movement, and also some boom and some unwanted lower frequencies. These can actually be reduced by using a pop shield. You usually use these on vocals, absolutely, fair enough. But this setup will solve a lot of the problems that you tend to find you need to resolve in post. So give that a go, see if it helps you. Final tip for recording guitar, record in a treated room. So if you're, particularly if you're using room mics on your cab, the reflections from the walls can make a massive difference. So use blankets, use acoustic panels, use, whatever you can to make your room sound the way you want it to. Even the odd mattress will do, like it helps. And you wouldn't believe the difference it makes. So yeah, treat your room.
So we've got a lovely dynamic microphone to capture the brightness of the guitar, and we have a condenser to capture the body and the sort of mid of the guitar as well. And we're going to keep trying different combinations of microphones to see which ones work out best.
So, early results, what do you think?
I think that was very successful. I think my favourite was probably the Coles and the SM57, I would say.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Coles.
Yeah.
Coles were great. The Gemini was good. The E906, a little bit abrasive, I thought, but do you know what? It's good for some things.
Yeah.
Good for like sort of high-end stuff, bit of scar, maybe
Yeah.
stuff with a good attack transient. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
But we will talk in more depth about this in part 2 when we go on to look at amplifiers and a little bit of mic positioning
Ooh,
once
fun.
we've decided what we're doing and decided what genre we're going to work in, because
Oh,
we haven't
yes.
even got that far yet. So cool. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next part. Cheers.
Lovely. Bye.